Well, dude, all I know is that I signed up to support a patron who I thought I respected. I had zero idea that Bo or the server had anything to do with anarchy, and I got onto the server. How was I supposed to know? He never uses the word, and I've been watching him for years. Once I got access to the server, I watched the traffic for a long time, and then I saw a comment, and I made one emoji on it. Just one emoji, that's all! When I returned, someone had asked me why I put it. I answered honestly, hoping to have a nice, rational discussion. The next thing I knew, 1,000 people were flinging shit at me, telling at me, ridiculing me, insulting me. I couldn't even read the messages, they were so fast, and I was restricted to one response per minute. How do you think anyone will respond? Do you find it odd that I got mad at that treatment? 1, I didn't know there were any autistic people in there, not if there was a warning, and even if I did, are they so fragile that they can't hear a word? None of the people ripping me to shreds seem to show one atom of concern for how their words would make me feel. Is someone treating someone nicely only reserved for people with disabilities? I'm disabled too, but you don't have me having a hissy fit when someone uses the word cripple or whatever, because I'm a grown-up. 2, there's 0 point in discussing the definition of the word because all you folks use it completely differently than every other English speaker in the world. Make up your own definitions if you want, but no one else uses them. Thanks to the OED, I can show you examples of the word being used in exactly the correct way, starting all the way back to the year 1539. So yes, underscore, in everyday language, anarchy is synonymous with lawlessness, underscore. If you did make up new definitions, don't expect other people to magically know what you mean. 3, I did, in fact, read all of the rules of the Discord. Nowhere in there was it written that you must be an anarchist, agree with everyone else on everything, and not question the holy dogma. And then I did not break any of them, or at least not until I was being relentlessly attacked. As for saying triggering things, A, how the fuck am I supposed to know what might trigger someone? And B, why does everyone have to talk like a G-rated movie with ultimate political correctness just in case there might be someone who might make a frowny face? What you want is censorship, and I don't do censorship! As has been said, censorship is like forbidding grown men from eating steak just because a baby can't chew it! Now, I'm a nice person, and I do not go out of my way to be nasty to people. I try pretty hard not to use racial slurs or pretty hateful speech, but it is not my responsibility to try and anticipate and avoid anything that might make someone unhappy. I'm not fucking telepathic! Nor is it my duty to misuse the English language with made-up pronouns. What if I told everyone I always wanted to be addressed as Your Majesty? Would you do that? Huh? It's my preferred way of being addressed. If you don't do that, I'll be triggered! So don't fucking tell me what I can't say here. 4, lots of people have gone through very traumatic events. Sexual abuse victims are not the only ones. It's their job to find a way to deal with it. It's not my job to go around the world patting all the corners so they feel safe. The world is a harsh, dangerous place, and if all I have to worry about is a word or two, literally nothing but the vibration of some air molecules, then I'm having a great fucking life. 5, anarchy is not a left-leaning version of libertarianism. I know what libertarianism is. I considered myself one for many years, read all about it, went to conventions, saw speakers, I even moved to a new state for it. But libertarianism is the one that allegedly, or at least used to be, in favor of as little government as possible. Anarchy, in its real and proper definition, does mean lawlessness. The very etymology of the word means without leaders, and without any leaders, what does that leave? Lawlessness! Because the moment you have no leaders, you have no laws! QED! So, I'm sure you will disagree with all of the above and find yourself morally outraged or whatever. Your group is the proof of how horrible political correctness is, and how the left is every bit as intolerant and judgmental as the right is, possibly worse. And at least they're honest about their repression of free speech and don't pretend to be oh so tolerant. I'll take my hypocrisy pure, thanks. I was still there when they made my access read-only. I saw all the subsequent gleeful gloating and how happy they were to have someone shut up who dared to disagree. Do you really think those are nice people? Do they sound kind or understanding to you? Aren't you ashamed to be connected with such angry, hateful, viscous people? They all claim to be so concerned with treating people well. Do they sound like they gave two shits about how I might feel? Nope, they went right to xenophobic rage! Once again, as is inevitable, anarchists turn to hate and violence as the tool of first result. But I give you credit for being the only one on the whole server who bothered to think a bit, to see things from a different side and have some kind of conversation before blocking me. For that you prove that you are better than the rest of them there for what that's worth. And even if they livestream what I just said to try and further mock me, nice people you associate there, about as nice as a bunch of rabid hyenas, and about as intelligent,